Hey, I'm Mackenzie Nicole, and you're experiencing Seek VR. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, and I've been living kind of between KC and LA for my entire life because, especially working out here so much, both cities feel like home to me. I've been singing opera since I was 6 years old, and now I've kind of brought elements of that into my personal career now. I've been recording professionally since I was 9, and I've been a solo artist since I was 15. Strange music has always been a part of my life, and I grew up in the label, and so it felt very natural that that should be where my career is. But releasing Acting Like You Know, I never expected it to be something that would launch a solo career for me. It caught fan attention. It ended up being the #1 selling track off of the collaborative record that it was on. And it got a lot of fan attention, so we did a video. And the video got more attention, and so that snowballed, and then suddenly I was releasing another single, and then the album. I don't know if I have a process. There's no way for me to really scale or enumerate or define what it is that happens creatively. I've tried to follow procedure, and I've tried to create a process for myself so it'll be more clean cut and I can answer this question better. But really it's whenever I'm inspired. When it comes to the involvement in the videos, what happens is usually I sit down with our video department, we work through a treatment together, and we really make sure that it incorporates the themes of the album. So for this album, for example, the neon lights and things like that, and having kind of a retro feel at times. I try to be as involved in everything as possible, to the point that my team wants me to go home.
Yeah.
That's my goal. And so when it comes to styling specifically, it's heavily influenced by me. Like, I'll say to someone, here, let's look at some pieces together, but it ultimately comes down to I'm very, very, very involved.
Yeah.
I work heavily on the executive side of my label, and so if I'm not recording or if I'm not performing, I'm probably sitting at my cubicle at our headquarters. I work quite a bit, and if I'm not there, then I'm probably at home asleep. That's pretty much all my time. Working on the label, eat, sleep, work, go to bed, repeat,
Repeat, yeah.
It's pretty defined. The important thing is to know the business side of it, because that is the place where you can be as artistically, ept as you want to be and as, talented as you want to be, but if you are vulnerable in the sense that, someone who does know business can take advantage of you, that will happen to you.
Yeah.
And you need to know where your money is going. You need to know how to manage yourself. You need to know, if you can't do that yourself, how to partner with someone who can. Things like that, and who's trustworthy in that regard. And that all comes from having a knowledge of the business side of it. There's an extraordinary value, especially as a young female artist, in being business savvy. Because when you're sitting at these corporate meetings, not all of them, but a lot of them, especially if it's heavy into the really grimy guts of the industry type of executives, then you, as a female, as a young artist, and especially as being an artist, people will assume that you're stupid. And people will talk about you, they will talk at you, they will talk through you, but they won't speak to you. And the way to weaponize that against the people who doubt you is to know what they're talking about when they expect that you don't. And so that's why being business savvy is important. I try to never say I'll be happy when I win a Grammy, or I'll be happy when I gross, X amount of dollars, because then no matter what I do, if I don't achieve that, I failed. And you can be successful and not achieve something you said you wanted to achieve, and that's something I think we forget a lot. So my goal is ultimately to matter to people and to touch people in a way that some of my favorite artists have touched me, in the respect that I'm a people person, and one of the most incredible things that my job has done is it's allowed me to connect with so many wonderful people, so many wonderful human beings. And if I can just keep doing that, and that's perfect for me. This is super crazy. I'm majorly into technology, especially when I was a kid. I was super obsessed with this sort of thing. Equal opportunity to art is so incredibly important. And like anything, there starts to become a monopoly on who can go see an artist they love live and who can experience certain music, because that's just how it works, and that's how any industry works. So the fact that virtual reality can bring someone who may have, distance in the way, who may have economics in the way, who may have anything blocking them from their favorite artist, up to standing next to them while they perform, that's incredible. I love that. The first thing I thought about was, actually a pair of friends of mine who don't necessarily have, they're in college, one of them's in med school, and they don't necessarily have the spare money for concert tickets, but I remember they got a virtual reality headset for Christmas from a relative, and so this will mean that for them, this is something that they can access to concerts and the artists that they couldn't before. And the fact that I know real people that this made me think of is really special to me. You know, this is really incredible, the mission. When I was 4 years old, I thought I was a vampire, and that lasted for multiple years. It was probably ages like 3 to 6, and I would still probably, like, I wish I was a vampire, but I genuinely wholeheartedly believed I was a vampire for like at least 3 years of my childhood. So that's something that not a lot of people know, and I'm going to regret saying. Oh my god, so I would just have concerts in space. So I would like up like Saturn, which is my favorite planet, and we would just go, and I'd have like Johnny Cash would be performing, I'd have Lil Peep there, I'd have the Doors there, I'd have everybody there. It would be incredible. Like the Beatles, why not? I can do that.
Why not?
You know, like Janis Joplin, I'll have everybody there, and it's just like one massive jam session, but we're in space.
Yeah,
and
festival.
it's cool.
Super cool.
Virtual reality. Now I can be a vampire in space listening to music. That'd be cool. We are getting ready to, well, we've already begun the process of working on some new music, so I'm really excited about that. We're going to continue to hear more and more content from The Edge, and so that project will still be, you know, it'll still be alive and well, and so that's super exciting. And see a lot more of me, hopefully doing cool things like this. So that's what my goal is.
Seek a new reality.